I got asked a question, right? One of the older homies asked me, what's the difference between a gang member and a gangbanger? What's the difference between gangbanging and beefing? So, alright, how I look at it is, gangbanging is being involved. Nigga getting cracking, nigga going over there, doing whatever he's doing, all this shit. Being a gang member is something totally different. But beefing is in its own way something totally different. Like beefing that's going back and forth. We on. There's nothing to talk about. It's on side. Every time something happens, nigga, we over there, they over here, we patrolling, they patrolling, we playing defense, we playing offense, we going over there, we getting cracking, whatever. And when it comes to gangbanging, right? A lot of people gangbang for different reasons. Meaning that you got some niggas that gangbang that ain't willing to go harm nobody. Nigga might be gangbanging because he was raised in this and this all he know. He might was raised around gangbangers that sell dope. So all he know to do is sell dope. One nigga was raised around gangbangers that fought everybody, but never did nothing else outside of that. So he fought everybody. Everybody gangbang for their own reason, which means that every nigga play his own part. You can't make, let's say a young nigga, right? All he know to do is fight. He gonna fight everybody, but he not willing to kill nobody. You can't be mad at him for being who he is. That's who he is. Let's say it's a nigga from the set that gangbang, meaning that he gonna wherever he gonna be around all the time, but his only thing is he might have a hood popping. He might have all the females pulling up. Everybody might love him in that aspect. You can't force this man to go beat somebody he's not. So who fault is it? And this is a real question. Who fault is it when you force a nigga to be outside his element? Meaning that if you know he only known for fighting or he only known for being a ladies man and he got the hood popping and all that, why would you force him to go trooping and go kill somebody? Because now, if he telling everybody who fought his, you can't blame him for being who he is. You know the young niggas that's willing to go risk it all because they're going to do it without somebody telling them to go do it. My problem be with niggas that make these young niggas feel like this is what you're supposed to go do, but don't show them how to do it. Don't give them the right qualities that they need to get it done. Not saying that a nigga promoting all this type of shit, but at the same time, it is what it is. Everybody grow up how they grow up. Everybody gangbang for their own reason. Whatever reason a young nigga do start gangbanging, that's on him to explore those elements. You can't force him to be somebody he's not. If he a fighter, let him fight. If he sell dope, let him sell dope. If he's a ladies man and got the hood cracking and all that, when it comes time for party, get this nigga to endorse the party and do whatever he got to do. If he's a capo and he willing to go knock somebody's head off, let him risk it all to go do that. But at the same time, if that's what you know, then teach him the right way to go do it. Because a lot of these young niggas end up in jail with no type of help from nobody. The homies is not going to help. The females is going to leave. They're going to go do something else. And you're going to be labeled. And everybody going to consider you a problem. So my thing being, right, when you in a situation where this is specifically for Compton and Watts. When you in a situation where on the streets we beefing, we doing it up, we doing our thing, niggas beefing for whatever reason we beefing. And then you come to jail and you see a nigga from that enemy hood to where you want to get at him. I ain't talking about county jail, I'm talking about prison. When you hit this 4-yard and niggas get to talking about that's Hutu. Yeah, you're finna go introduce yourself. You're not finna go bang on this man. You're not finna go get at him aggressively. You're not finna diss his set. You finna go introduce yourself, which means that you have to put all beef to the side. So now you have to think and put in your mind, is it really worth jeopardizing it and risking it all out there when if you do end up in this situation?
It's two different types of cultures.
It is. So now
Culture on the street is a culture in here.
It's a culture on the street. Okay, so when a culture on the street is doing everything that they doing, right? Which means you taking these penitentiary risks to do whatever it is you're doing, but then you end up in this situation and you have to abide by the rules of this culture. Was it worth it? Is what you're doing out there worth it?
It's one or two what is it? end results. It's one or two end results. You're gonna be in the ground, or you're gonna end up in one of these boxes.
Exactly.
It's two different boxes.
So now the
flying box, or you're gonna be in a concrete box.
So now the trajectory for the young niggas is being what? Because all right, let's take every hood right now and say the main beef that they got, the toughest beef, the hardest beef, however you want to put it, the beef that mean the most to the whole set is over a decade. If that beef is over a decade, what do you tell the niggas that's 18, 19, and 20 right now? Because when we start beefing with them, you were a kid. You wasn't frontlining every day going over there. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't playing ball like that every day. So right now, what would you tell them young niggas? Because it's a different ball game. Like right now, like my biggest problem right now, right, is the guidance. The young niggas that's out there right now, you got niggas telling them, yeah, go do this. But you're not showing them how to go do it. You're not showing them who to do it to. That's how a lot of innocent people end up getting killed. Because just because a nigga walking down the street bouncing the ball in his hood don't mean he from over there. He might have grew up over there, but he not from over there. So niggas is not putting their focus on going to get that the nigga from over here, the nigga that's popping and doing all that. And then on top of all that, right, these niggas is putting everything they doing on Instagram.
It's an element of niggas trying to I'm gonna divide the responsibility. Because the nigga can sit there and tell you how to do it. He may even show you a demonstration, or give you or say a scenario. If this happened, do this, or whatever the case may be. But a lot of the young niggas, they already got they perception of game banging off of what they see,
what
on
they
TV,
grew up watching,
on what they see on the internet,
what they hearing on the rap,
how they were doing it at school, like all that shit in the music or whatever the case may be. A lot of these niggas styles is foreign.
Yeah,
this shit ain't even niggas game banging is foreign. This shit ain't even how this shit was originally.
The cold part about it, right? Nigga asked me a question: how did gang banging get to this? To what it is today? How did gang banging get to what it is today? And it's crazy because I never knew the answer to that question, right? Until I sat back and educated myself on when this really started, when Crippin' really started, and how it started, and what elements they took to start this and all this shit. And it was started by teenagers, but at the same time, they had a motive, they had a game plan. That game plan being since changed. It changed ever since then. Right now, gang banging right now, or being from somewhere right now is different. You got young niggas that's gang banging because a female might like it. You got niggas gang banging because they want a sense of protection. You got niggas gang banging because they really grew up in this and really was born and raised. I was one of them young niggas that was really born and raised. I was outside with my BGs when they was beating each other up, smoking sherm, nigga outside drunk, fucking with all the older homegirls and doing a lot of different things that wasn't, it's like a nigga seen it, so it was different. But now, right now, the gang banging right now, niggas is banging shit that they don't have no history of. These niggas is banging hoods that they don't know nothing about. I can ask a lot of
what they heard from somebody else.
Yeah, that's like saying I can ask a lot of young niggas, right? Why do we beef with them? A lot of niggas can't give me that answer. I can ask the homies, right? Why is the Wilmington Arms called the Wax Side? Why is Park Village called the Dark Side? Why is this? Why is that? And a lot of niggas wouldn't give me that answer. But I'm going to be the one that's going to educate my young niggas on what they need to know, but at the same time tell my young niggas that everything that niggas told you in the past is not what it is. Because I'm one of the niggas that's sitting in this situation. I'm sitting in a cage because I didn't tell. I'm not English for being guilty, fool.
Don't know and never went this far. I have never been this far. Haven't seen the insides of these cells, the insides of these walls.
So for us that have seen the insides of these walls, that have seen these cells, what do we tell a young niggas that we don't want to see here?
They tell them the truth, but this
exactly. But the truth hurt though.
Yeah.
The truth hurt. Niggas ain't gonna want to hear the truth. All these niggas that they out there looking up to, talking about they generals, cuz them niggas is not generals. Them niggas is not nobody big dogs, cuz them niggas is busters. Them niggas wouldn't be around right now if a lot of niggas was at home. And that start from the top though. That go from the BGs nigga all the way down to the TGs nigga. It's a lot of niggas that wouldn't be around if niggas was out. So when it come down to this gang banging shit, That's why, like, when the homie asked me what's the difference between a gang member and a gangbanger, I told him, I'm the difference between a gang member and a gangbanger, because right now, knowing the shit that I know and how I educated myself, I would never go back to what I was doing before I came to jail, because now I see it in a different light. Now I got life, bro, for not telling on somebody. That's not my job. I'm not the police. I'm not going to give y'all information that y'all need to go do your job to go get, whatever. I'm not going to do that. But at the same time, I know what I made a vow to, so I'm going to stand on that. And a lot of niggas don't even got that type of honor to stand on what they made vows to. I made a vow to this. I'm going to stand on it. Whatever come with it, I'm going to stand on it. Stay real even if it kill you. I'm going to stand on that for the rest of my life. But at the same time, if I can change the mindset of my young niggas before they were to come this far and see this or get involved in this type of shit, I gotta do it. I feel like it's necessary to do that, because I don't want to see none of my young niggas end up in this situation and start losing shit. You lose more in this situation than you will on the street. You lose family, you lose homies, you lose female. The same, every reason that you feel like you out there doing it, you can't do that in here. If niggas is out there gangbanging because for the money, because they sell dope, whatever the case may be, you can't bring that dope in here with you. If niggas is out there gangbanging because the females like it, she ain't gonna like it when you up in here. If you out there gangbanging because you was raised in it, whatever the case may be, the hood gonna always be there. So is it worth risking always being here though? You in a cage, cause 23 hours a day. You come out to get in the shower, nigga, and get on the phone. That's it. And if we ain't on lockdown, then you go to yard. But is it worth sitting in here for whatever you thought out there was right? If a nigga ain't, these niggas out there having kids. If a nigga ain't did nothing to your child, the woman that had your seed, or the woman that had you, cause it's not really worth it.
Find a nigga purpose. They already said the gangbanging shit is a culture. Culture is a way of life.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle that you choose, whatever.
Yeah.
So by that being your lifestyle, nigga, this is what it is. So are you, once you find your purpose, cause it's some niggas that don't give a fuck. That really don't give a fuck. And will sit here and be like, nigga, so what?
Them the elements of being raised like that.
Yeah.
Because it was a point, I'm gonna say, it was a point where I didn't give a fuck. It was a point when you didn't give a fuck.
But for anything though.
From you knowing me and me knowing you, there was a point we both didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So now, at that point of not giving a fuck, was it worth what we going through right now?
Oh.
Because it come time where I gotta console you, and it's times where you gotta console me, cause we sitting in the fucking, we sitting in the, cause it's a closet, fool. All the shit we got in here right now can't fit.
Yeah.
We got clothes and food that can't fit in here, on top of being in here together. So it's times where you deal with shit that you don't know how to deal with, and I don't know how to help you deal with, but I'm doing my best to help you deal with it. It's times where I go through the same shit, and I don't know how to deal with it, you don't know how to deal with it, but you helping me deal with it. You know what's the worst part about being in a situation like this? Where you run into loyal enemies and disloyal homies.
Yeah.
Where a nigga on the other side of the tracks that you was out there going to war with, willing to do anything to keep you safe. But your homies is the ones that's like, shit, fuck her, I don't care. That's the fucked up part about this. If your heart is intact with the streets, let's say it's a family member, a female, anything. Humans are subject to do anything, which means that anything that somebody out there doing, you stuck on that, it's gonna hurt you. Now, what do you do in a situation like this when it hurts you? Where your consolement comes from a nigga that's in the cell with you that's like a brother to you. Them people they gonna live their life, cause that shit don't matter no more. You in jail. I don't give a fuck how much time you got. If it's 10 years, 10 years is a long time. 10 years is a long time for a lot of people to do a lot of bullshit. Niggas be making it seem like, oh man, I only got 5 years. Cuz 5 years, you know what can happen in 5 years? It's a chance you can go to yard and don't come back.
30 minutes.
It's a chance you can go to yard and don't come back. Yard go down, cuz you fucked over. You don't go back to your family the same way. Motherfuckers think like remember we had the conversation, I was saying this is a mental institution.
Yep. I was just thinking that.
Because to deal with this shit in here, cuz you gotta have real mental problems, cuz you have to be able to keep your mental in check. The fighting is easy, cuz everything, the physical part of it is easy. The mental part is the part that fuck a lot of niggas up.